Want to hear the How I Met Carrie Fisher story? You know, Princess Leia, no big deal. Let me preface this by saying Carrie Fisher is one of my heroes for many reasons. I think she's a phenomenal actress. She was a phenomenal actress. It's so hard to say that after how many years, right? But man, what a writer. If you enjoy Augustin Burroughs, any kind of snarky, sarcastic, it just bleeds off the page. That's Carrie Fisher. So Postcards from the Edge, I'm not sure if you're familiar with that movie. Gen Xers may know. It's one of my all-time favorites. So many great one-liners in that movie. I saw that movie not even realizing that it stemmed from the book she wrote. So that's how ignorant I was at the time. But let me just get to the part. So yes, I've been a fan of Carrie Fisher's for quite a while. And one day, this is a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago or so, maybe a little longer, I saw that she was performing in Brea. And I'm thinking, performing? She's not a stand-up, Brea Improv, I should say. So I dug a little deeper and I found out she's doing like her one-woman show, doing a Q&A. And it was so much fun. I took my best girlfriend, the one I'm reunited with, yes. And we sat front and center. And Carrie Fisher had her dog, her bulldog with her. I don't know if you're familiar with her dog and if you've seen that show on Amazon called Catastrophe. Brilliant show. Anyway, so she's on the couch. The stage is set up like a living room. So she's on a couch with her dog. She's got no shoes on. She's sitting, just lounging on the couch. She's got 2 end tables and lamps. And it felt very cozy, like we're in her living room. So she goes on about her stories from Star Wars and Smoking Pot with Harrison Ford. I mean, it was awesome to get that inside scoop. And of course, she made us laugh with her dry wit. And at the end of her one-woman show, she asked the audience, do you have any questions for me? So a few people asked questions and I was just too awestruck. And my best girlfriend, she squeezed my hand under the table and she said, you better ask something or you're never, you'll regret this. I thought, all right, I'm going to ask her a question. So this was my question. Now keep in mind, I've been writing my memoir, Ex-Spicy Dancer from Waikiki, my hometown, 1987 to 1996. A lot of substances involved, a lot of mental illness involved. We have very similar, Carrie Fisher and I, struggles with mental health and substance abuse. So I raised my hand, she picks me, and I just completely forgot how to breathe. I stood up and I said, hi, I'm Christine. I'm writing a memoir and I feel like I'm self-sabotaging because I can't get out of my own way. And if that doesn't make sense to you, the best way I can describe it is self-sabotage. I think it stems, in my opinion, it stems from lack of confidence. So if you sabotage yourself, that means you're 100% going to fail before you even try. Like you're making yourself stop before you even start because you don't want the hurt. Like say if you start and then you fail, I don't know. Self-sabotage, look it up. So I said, how do you get out of your own way when you're writing? Writer's block, right? The entire room was silent. She gets her microphone. She looks me right in the eye and she says, tell the truth. That's it. Just tell the truth. She elaborated a little bit. She talked about her writing process from specifically Postcards from the Edge. She also wrote In the Pink and other books. But I got teary-eyed because the biggest roadblock to me writing my story has been my mother because I don't want to hurt her. But she was, she had some missteps. She had some missteps in parenting me. And I don't fault her. I don't blame her. It is what it is. The cards I was dealt. She had inherited a lot of shit from her mother. And so, of course, now as I'm a grown adult, I have much, much empathy for her. But back then, anyway, it's a whole thing. But that's the thing that's been she has been the cement that has been holding me down. And I have been pouring the cement into the cinder blocks, if that makes sense. She has been that cinder block. So now I'm at this age where 10 years ago, I was at the age where I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to write this book for me. It's my story. I cannot be responsible for how any of my family takes it. So when she said, tell the truth, I got teary-eyed. And then she was elaborating, like I said. And then, this is the truth. This is the best part. She quotes to me one of my favorite quotes of all time of hers. And she had no idea. She doesn't know who I am. She has no idea that I had a website. I still have a website. But at the time, the landing page of my website, the exact quote that Carrie Fisher just told me to my face. And here's the quote. If my life wasn't funny, it would just be true. And that is unacceptable. In other words, you gotta have a sense of humor because everyone's got their shit. Everybody's in recovery from something. We've all had heartache. We've all been through grief. We may be going through it right now. Find that tiny sliver of irony, of comedy, of something that just makes you go, well, of course that's going to happen. You know, like you're late for work. Your gas is on empty. Well, of course I forgot to fill my tank, that kind of thing. But on a larger scale pertaining to my book, father abandonment, lots of abuse, blah, 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 blah. You'll learn all about it in the book, which, by the way, you can order now on Amazon. And we're 7 weeks away from publication date. So if my life wasn't funny, it would just be true. And that is unacceptable. I have lived by those words. And the tears just came. And my girlfriend was holding my hand under the table and she squeezed it because she knew my website had that quote on it. It was such a full circle moment. And I wept when she cried because far, far, far too soon. And I thought about her daughter. I thought about her mother who passed just a couple days later, right? Debbie Reynolds. Anyway, that's my story of meeting Carrie Fisher. We didn't go out cocktailing or anything like that. I mean, we're both not in party mode anymore, but it was just such a unique and lovely experience. And forgive me if I've even shared this story before. I have a feeling I did, but I can't remember if I wrote it or if I TikToked it. So no haters out there saying, yeah, to find some new material. You've already told us that. So if I did, forgive me. It's just a new TikTok about the same story. But it's something I'm so, so happy that I got to meet her. One of my idols, one of my authors, my favorite authors. And, not long ago, she passed after that. So if you have an opportunity, just take it. You never know what's going to happen the next day. So, Carrie Fisher, this one's for you.